Number 12, David Berman, to tee it up for the Tigers, deep for the Spartans. Anthony Hightower, Terrence Thomas.
Start to the game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There was a bit of a technical difficulty, but welcome here to Lombardo Field. Howland taking on Boardman. It's going to be a competitive game.
Thomas on the return.
Hightower takes it down at about the 26.
Number 45, Carter.
It's going to be big for Boardman to start off fast here tonight. Really just, you don't want to have a 3-and-out in the first drive, and because it usually sets the tempo for the game, or at least the first half. So if they can come out here, and it doesn't have to be a big play or even a first down, but get at least 5 yards here and just set the tempo, especially up front on the offensive line, this will be huge for Boardman.
Out comes the Boardman offense. Terrence Thomas, quarterback. O'Horo in the backfield. Thomas takes it, runs around the right side, down at the 40.
Ball carrier off the right side.
You can talk about starting off the game with a high tempo.
Exactly. That's exactly what you want.
Thomas taking it straight out of the backfield.
Tackle made by number 82, Braden
O'Horo
Gibson.
as a lead blocker, getting that 12-yard run, first play. So that sets a momentum for Boardman that they crucially need.
Spartan showing no huddle here. 4 wide set, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Thomas takes it, throws to the right, that's complete. At about the 45, gets down at the 50 and picks up the first down. That was number 1, Anthony Hightower on the reception.
And that's huge there for a new quarterback in Terrence Thomas. First year really playing the position to start off with completion. Really get you in a that and have some confidence going into the game. So another big play there, even though it doesn't seem like one.
Boardman on the year has averaged 14.3 points a game. Hands it off, up the middle, down just before the first down. Sean O'Horo on the carry.
The ball carrier.
Boardman offense just coming out with something to prove. 8+ yards on every single play so far. They're coming out with a whole lot of grit.
Thomas in shotgun.
It's really good to see that offensive line setting the tempo right away and creating big holes for the offense as well.
Yeah, because offensive line, it's a make or break for your team. Same thing on defense.
Man motion, that's O'Horo. Hands it off to O'Horo. O'Horo running around the left
O'Horo,
side.
the ball carrier.
Gets tripped up at the 40, lands at about the 43. Or at the 37.
Braden Gibson. And that will be a Boardman first down.
I'll bring up 1st and 10, ball at the 36. Thomas takes it, throws it to the left side, incomplete, through his hands. That ball is intent for number 3, Cam Thompson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's not a great ball, but as a receiver, you need to make that catch because that's right how Terrence is taught to miss. You want to miss outside where either your guy gets there or no one does. And as athletic as Cam is, he needs to go up and get that ball. So now it leaves you in a 2nd and long. And
2nd down, Thomas takes it, runs up the middle, dancing around defenders, wrapped up at about the 29.
Angle here, as we know from seeing Thomas play the last few games and from last year too, he is very athletic. He can move around very easily and get out of very tight situations very quickly.
3rd and 2. Spartans looking to convert here. Ball at the 28. Thomas takes it and drops back. Looking, throws to the left side. That's to Thompson. Thompson, they catch it.
Touchdown, Spartans.
What a way to start this game off with a bang.
Thomas, the high power.
And that is a really good ball by Thomas there to throw it low and away, back shoulder fade, away from the defender, and then Cam to go and make a play there is really athletic and a great play for the offense. And what a way to start the game on the first drive.
After that touchdown, out to kick the extra point is number 29, Carson Essed. Extra point is up and away, and it is good. I'll bring the score to 7-0. Boardman leads with 9 minutes and 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
I'll try going up.
Order in-store or online at cfahowland.com. Chick-fil-A.
Fans, please check that you are sitting on a dot. Only household members can sit next to each other. Find a dot, find a seat. Thank you. Staying healthy and safe is more important than ever before, and our partners at Mercy Health want to remind you of a few things as we gather to support our Tigers. Wear your mask. Make sure it covers your nose and mouth. Avoid touching things. Keep your distance from those not in your family pod. Practice respiratory etiquette. As tempting as it might be to high-five each other after a good play, go virtual.
It's going to be interesting here to see how Howland responds. As Howland, you don't want to get down on yourselves. You just want to brush it off and worry about yourself and worry about just getting the drive going and starting that off with a first down and see if they respond positively here and get a drive going.
Exactly. It's only first quarter. We're almost 3 minutes into
Number
the game.
29, Carson Assad on
They've got
kick.
plenty of time. They've got the whole entire game to get that score and
Deep
to
for the
try
Tigers,
and
Mason
get the lead in the
Gentile
game.
and Nick Leaser.
Kicking off is number 9, Nick Leeds. Wrapped up right about at
Leaser
the
returns the kick.
27.
Great job there by the Spartan kickoff team,
Tackle made
keeping
by number
contained
39,
and
Jared
keeping
Mahood.
the kickoff inside of the perimeter, because a lot of the times an athlete will try and bounce it to the outside and get outside contained. So what coaches preach is really keep them inside of your lanes, they call it, which is the lane that you're running down in, and the Spartans did a great job there doing that.
Takes it, hands it up the middle. Wraps him up right at the 29-yard line.
Number 29, Eric Babinchek, the ball carrier.
I believe that was number 64,
Stop made
Jake
by
Powell on
number
the
30,
tackle there.
Blaine Strines.
Or Blaine Strines, check that.
Number 22, Matthew Womer, who's in at quarterback right now, is a wrestler and a really tough kid. Not traditionally a quarterback, but it seems like they're going to do some type of wildcat.
Flag on the play.
Laundry on the field. Procedure against the Tigers.
That penalty is against the Tigers, and that'll move him back. I'll bring up 2nd and 13. Ball is at the Howland 25. 8 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter. When we're in that shot. Hands it off around the
Number 29,
30,
Eric
that's
Babinchek
number
off the left
29.
side.
Eric Babinchak
Tackle
on the
made
carry.
by number 2, Braden Joseph.
You know, Howland obviously off to a slow start. At this point, they just kind of got to keep their head on their shoulders, keep executing the plays that they're told to do. Obviously, they're really trying to get a first down here so they can march down the field and match the score.
Gain of 3 on that last run. 3rd and 10. Hands it off to Babinchak around the right side. And the Spartan defense does a good job of containing him, and that will bring up 4th down.
Good job by O'Hora there, making a tackle in wide open space. That's usually the hardest play for a defender, is to keep your feet moving and engage the runner in open space where he can really go any direction. So good job there, keeping contained and making the tackle and setting up a 4th and long and an opportunity to get the ball back and maybe go down and score again.
After that drive stalled, Howland will send out their punting unit.
Number 9, Stephen Conti. Number 4, Terrence Thomas dropped deep.
Number
for
9,
the
Stephen
Spartans.
Conti, and number 4, Terrence Thomas, back to receive. Thomas fair catches around the 41. That was number 54 of Howland.
Spartans will set up shop. 1st and 10.
Gage
Their own
Gibson on
41 yard.
the punt. Your score 7-0. Boardman still leads with 7 minutes and 1 second left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 at the Spartan 41.
This is great field position for the Spartans. Maybe take a shot here on 1st down, really keep that momentum on your side.
Thomas takes it, runs around the left side, bumped into O'Hora, gets through a gap, and he is brought down just before the
Thomas,
40.
the ball carrier.
And it looked like a miscommunication there, and not everyone was set,
Tackled
but
by number 11, Brandon
Terrence doing an
Summerlin.
amazing job of using
For the
his
Spartans.
athleticism and making a broken play work for the offense and picking up the 1st down and flipping the field.
Boardman going back to their rapid no-huddle offense. Getting signals from the sideline. O'Hora in the backfield with Thomas. Thomas takes it, drops back, looking, under pressure, rolls to the left side, looking, takes it, runs out of bounds
Thomas,
at
the
the
ball
38.
carrier. Run out of bounds by number 22, Matt Woomer.
I guarantee if the right tackle on that play could have kept that D end out, it could have been a big play for the Spartans. It just kind of goes back to O-line being a very crucial part of your offense. If you let that line, anyone get to your quarterback, then that play is going to be blown up.
2nd and 7 for the Spartans. Thomas takes it, running around the left side.
Thomas, the
Out
ball
at about
carrier,
the
knocked out of bounds by number 22,
26.
Matt Woomer.
Thomas really showing
That
his
will be
superior
another
athleticism.
Boardman 1st down.
Almost looking like a man amongst boys out here, and really every week he shows that. That's going to be something the Howland defense is going to have to do. Maybe putting a quarterback spy in where you just put a Mike linebacker or middle linebacker that just goes everywhere Thomas goes to try and keep him contained.
Last play moves the chains, hands it out to O'Hora up the middle.
O'Hora, the ball
O'Hora
carrier.
gained of about 3 on that play. I'll bring up 2nd
Stop
down.
made by Matt Woomer, number 22.
That'll bring up 2nd and 6, ball at the 22-yard line. Spartans with a 4-wide set, 2 on each side. O'Hora in the backfield. Thomas takes it, rolls out to the right side, lobs it into the end zone through his hand. That pass was intended for number 14,
Thomas
K1
pass
Robinson.
intended for number 14, Kawan
Really good ball
Robinson.
there by Thomas, leading him towards the sideline, away from all the defenders. Definitely a hard catch, but very catchable ball. And that could have been a huge play for the Spartan offense. So Howland really catching a break there.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6, balls at the 22. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It runs up the middle, running around the left side, going for the end zone. Does he get there?
And it looks like they call him out.
Thomas, the ball
What an
carrier.
effort there by
Touchdown
Thomas.
Woomer.
I mean, if he didn't step out around the 3-yard line, he definitely got the ball across, and just shows that he's hungry for the goal line, meaning that he's really going to do anything he can to get the ball across and get into the end zone.
That'll bring up first and goal, ball at the 3-yard line.
They take out their running back and bring in some extra linemen. It looks like Terrence will just run to the right here.
Thomas looking for an entrance, and he gets in. Touchdown, Spartans.
Terrence Thomas takes it to pay dirt, and the Spartans go up 13-0. Capping a 6-play, 59-yard drive.
As we can see, Boardman definitely establishing dominance. First half of the first quarter, literally just marching down the field on their first 2 drives and scoring touchdowns on both drives, and that's kind of what you want to set in the beginning of the game.
Kick is
You
good.
said, Mike, at the beginning of the game,
Spartans
tempo
go up
is everything.
14-zip.
And Boardman's definitely setting a high tempo, and Howland seems to be struggling to keep up with that.
Tonight's
Yeah, and
game
that's
is
something that Howland's really going to have to
Salvo.
work on and really get that going right now, because down 2 scores is not the end of the world, but if they go down 3 or 4, that's really hard to come back from. And given in high school football, the game's never over till it's over, and you've seen crazy things where a team will go up 4 touchdowns, and then at halftime something crazy will happen, and there'll be life in the opposing team that's down, and they'll just come back. But that's not a situation that anyone wants to be in. So Howland has to respond here and get something going, and that starts with the first down, which they're unable to do last drive. Them is that offsides, just shooting themselves in the foot. That it never helps an offense. So penalties like that are called drive killers, and you don't want that. You want to play mistake-free football and capitalize on the other team's mistakes, which Howland really has to do here.
Gentile and Leisure deep.
Gentile and Leisure back to receive.
That's
Essay
odd.
kicking
Kick.
off. Ball is up and away. Fielded by Leisure at the 15. Leisure running around the right side, has absolutely no room to go.
Leisure
Gets knocked
returning
down
the
at
kick.
about the 27.
And given the short kick, that was a great job there by the
For the
Spartan kickoff team. Richie Evans making the tackle on the sideline there.
You can definitely see a small group, if I think about
Tigers
Spartan
will go to work
defenders,
first and 10 at their own 27-yard
really just
line.
pushing him
Sorry,
towards the
30,
sideline
27-yard
and
line.
kind of coming all together on him to get that tackle. Great teamwork there.
Takes it, hands it up the middle. Down at the 30. At
Number
quarterback on that
29,
play
Eric
was number
Babinchak,
12,
ball carrier.
David Berman.
And now that the last drive they didn't have him in at all, so it looks like they're going to start trying to run a traditional offense here, maybe spark something. Look for a throw here in 2nd and 7, because after a run like that, that's usually what a team's going to look to do.
Oh, last play brings up 2nd and 7, ball at the 30. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Berman takes it, hands it off, runs around the left side. That's Babinchak. Wrestled to the ground at about
Babinchak, ball carrier off the left side.
32.
And great job there by the Spartan defensive, stringing it out. I mean, you don't want a team to go north and south, because that's where they get their yards.
Number 9.
So making them go laterally and work towards the sideline, even though they're running a long way, it seems, they're really not gaining yardage. So good job there, just stringing the play out and then rallying around the football, making a tackle for a short gain.
Howland with 2 wide receivers to the right. Babinchak behind Berman. Berman takes it, fakes the handoff, throws to the right side. Complete, running, brought down by
David
number
Berman
9,
pass complete to Nick Leisure.
Stephen Conti. Right at the
Tackle
42.
made by number 9, Stephen
was number
Conti,
9.
and that is a Tiger first down.
Nicholas Leisure on the reception.
And great job there by the offense of making a guy miss and getting the first down. I love the play call. You run inside 2 times in a row, and then throw it outside once the defense comes into the middle of the box.
Boardman takes it, hands it off. That's Babinchak again, running around the right side, gets through a hole, and he picks up the first down on that play
Babinchak, the
down
ball
at the
carrier.
Spartan 47.
And this is exactly what Howland needed. They're starting to put together a drive, 2 first downs in a row, 2 big gains in a row, both averaging about 10 yards. So now they're starting to get a little bit of life. The Spartan defense and D-line needs to
Wayne
step up
Stein
here and
makes
make a
the
play
stop
if they
for
want
the
to stop this
Spartans, and
before they
that's
get in the
another
field goal
Tiger
range.
first down.
You know, I don't know if you guys really saw that, but you know, Babinchak's ball carrier vision was phenomenal in that. You know, he followed his right tackle all the way out to that inside hole open, and he shot the gap, and he accelerated very quickly to get that first down.
Boardman fakes the handoff, going around on the right side, incomplete, threw it over, and that was intended for number 9, Nicholas Leisure.
Incomplete.
And Braden Joseph there coming off the edge from the weak side linebacker. I think he may have gotten the quarterback's vision, causing it to be an overthrow, but he would have held that for half a second longer. That could have been a huge play for the Spartans.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Howland. Ball at the 46. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Be expecting a run here.
Boardman under center. And you would be right. Hands it off to Babinchak up the middle.
Babinchak, the ball
Fights
carrier.
for about 2 to 3 yards on that play. That'll bring
Wayne
up 3rd
Stein's on
down.
the stop for the Spartans.
Third and 7. Ball.
I'm going to watch number 9 here on maybe a fade route or a deep hitch.
Mason Gentile in motion on that play. Hands it off to
Babinchak,
Babinchak
ball
on the left
carrier.
side. And gain of about 2 on that run.
Spartans did a great job there of bending and not breaking, meaning giving up maybe 2 first downs, 2 big plays, but then not getting down on themselves and just playing good football and playing fundamentally and keeping the Howland offense in front of them and coming up making tackles. So now you're in an interesting spot for Howland where you need something going here and you're across midfield, not quite in field goal range yet, so you got to look to throw here, I would think, but it doesn't seem like they want to throw too deep, so look for a route right across the sticks.
Looks like Howland's going for it. Empty backfield. Boardman drops back, throws it over the middle. That's complete. Picks up the first down. Down at about the Spartan 32.
For a Tiger
That was
first
number
down.
20. Boomer on reception.
Number 23, Richie Evans on the stop for the Spartans.
Really, they seem like they like a lot of short passes, and with only 6 yards to go, you'd have to think they're going to throw something right at the first down marker, and they just dropped in the coverage as if it was a normal play.
I'll bring up first. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Boardman takes it, throws it to the right side. That's Gentile down at the
Furman's
30.
pass complete to number 33, Mason Gentile.
Conti to just come up and make a play, not hesitate. A lot of times you see in a younger guy that they might hesitate because they're in open field with an offensive player, but he just shot through and came up and made a play, and that's a great job by him.
No gain on that play. Or loss of 3 on that play. Gain of 3 on that play. 2nd and 7 ball at the 29. Boardman takes it, hands it off, gets swarmed by the Spartan defense right around the line of
Babinchak, ball
scrimmage.
carrier.
And obviously, Boardman defense is definitely very
Tackle made by
frustrated
number
with that first down that Howland
64,
got.
Jake.
So obviously, they're coming out very aggressive in their defense. They're wanting to swarm the ball carrier, and they're wanting to get him down before
At the
he
end of
gets
the first
any
quarter
yardage
with
at
the
all,
score,
which is
the
what they
Boardman
just
Spartans
did.
14,
Very
Howland Tigers 0.
And that play will bring an end to the first quarter. Your score, Boardman 14, Howland 0. We will be back at the start of the next quarter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd and 7, ball at the 29. Boardman takes it, throws it to the left side. That's the Babinchak. Running around the left side, out
Boardman's
at
pass
about
complete
the
to Babinchak.
24.
Hightower knocks
Really
him
good
out of
job
bounds.
here by Howland and running it up towards the middle inside the box, inside your tackles, and then right when they see the Spartan defense kind of crowd the box and bring your outside linebackers in, throwing swing routes and bubbles to the outside to their playmakers.
Want to sneak on this play?
Furman, the ball carrier.
And looks like Howland picked up the first down.
And that'll
That
be a
was a
second
7-yard
first down.
quarterback sneak there.
Yeah, no, I was definitely wondering about that.
One of their best plays of the night. But really looking at that, great job by the running backs to get behind the quarterback and push him forward. It's something that it's kind of hard to teach high school kids, where they might just kind of want to watch and stand and watch the play. But great job there of getting underneath the quarterback and pushing him forward.
1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line.
Now they have Matthew Wilmer back at quarterback again.
Hands off to Babinchak on the right
Babinchak,
side.
ball
Doesn't get
carrier.
very far. Spartan's doing a nice job covering him up there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Kerry Walker Jr. on the stop.
It's really good to see that Howland
Number 7,
isn't
Luca
hesitating
Masucci
on. They're
checks
just going
into the
right at it
starting
and
lineup.
don't even care about the points that the Boardman Spartans put up.
2nd time, ball at the 14. Boardman takes it, drops back, fires over the middle, incomplete.
Really good accurate pass there, but O'Horo just coming in and making a huge hit to knock the ball
Pass
loose.
incomplete.
Or else that could have been a first down and goal for Howland.
Good effort by Spartan defense on that last play. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. 10 minutes and 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Howland with an empty backfield. Boardman takes it, drops back, looking, Fires to the left side, that's complete.
Berman's
Running around the left
pass
side, going for the end zone. He is in. Touchdown, Howland.
touchdown.
Great play call there by the Howland Tigers. I think they're really starting to see that those meshing and crossing routes are leaving the Spartans confused and not knowing which man is theirs. And they're going out on that fourth down earlier on this drive, and now that led to a score. So great job there by the Howland Tigers.
That was number 7, Luca Masucci on the reception. Out to kick the extra point is number 10, Ashley
Macias on to kick.
Macias. Extra point is good. With that, Howland brings this to a one-score game. Their score, Boardman 14, Howland 7. With 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
Since 1984, DeSalvo Construction has teamed up with over 50 architectural and engineering firms throughout the valley.
So now it looks like the momentum swing towards Howland here. So, I mean, the Spartans are 2 for 2 on drives scoring, but momentum's a huge factor, especially in a high school game. So if the Tigers can continue that momentum and keep it on their side and get a 3 and out here, at least a stop, very interesting ball game.
Out to kick is number 12, Berman, the quarterback. Back to receive is Thomas and Cam Thompson, or Anthony Hightower.
Hightower and Thomas deep for the Spartans. Berman to kick for the Tigers.
Ball rolls along the ground, fielded at the 27. Running up the middle. Looks like that was number 22, Nate Fleming.
It's good to see him back. He was out for last week with a concussion. And that's a key player for them, playing fullback and tight end for them, and a senior as well. So it's good to see him back and healthy.
Dr. Ken and Tom Jones at
First
Northeast
and 10,
Ohio
30,
Orthopedics.
at the 34 for the
We'll
Spartans.
start out 1st and 10 at their own 39.
I'm excited to see what Boardman does
34.
with their decent field position here off the kickoff, trying to get that momentum back after the Howland score.
Hands it off to O'Hara up the middle. Gain of about 3 on
John
that
O'Hara,
play.
the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 24, Ethan Snyder.
Defensive line here for Howland is starting to figure out some things and get some upfield penetration.
Spartans with a 3 wideout set. Thomas takes it, running around the left side, looking for an open hole.
Thomas
He is
the
going
ball
down the
carrier.
sideline. He has one man to beat, gets through the gap. He's going for the end zone. Touchdown, Terrence Thomas. Boardman Spartans.
What electric speed there by
Thomas takes it 61
Terrence
yards
Thomas.
to
Oh
Vader.
my goodness.
I'm speechless. Wow. I think that might have been the fastest I've ever seen him run.
20-7.
That was ridiculous because he was going sideline to sideline for a while there on a sweep, which is how it's designed, and then he put 1 foot in the ground and just took off.
He went
Fraud
from
to attempt the
0 to
PAT.
60 and then from 60 to 180.
And it is
That extra
good.
point is good. That'll bring the score to 21-7. Boardman leads.
What a response there by the Spartans.
Thank you to our anchor partners, Toyota Warren, DeSalvo Construction.
Hey, I mean, Howland scores, and obviously the Spartans were not happy with that, and they said, hey, we're going to come out and score like this.
Thank you all.
And we all saw just what just happened. Terrence Thomas literally going 50 miles per hour down the field. Howland's definitely got to come back with that same tempo, with that same amount of aggression, if they're going to catch up to the Spartans.
And to your point, it seemed like Howland figured some things out offensively on that last drive, so I think they have a really good opportunity to respond, like you were saying, and hopefully get another score here, and then just be right back in this ball game. But plays like that show you that the game's never out of reach. Like, one play can go, 60 yards, and keep anyone in the ball game.
Carson Essett out to kick. Pleasure and Gentile back to receive. That ball bounces out of bounds, and there will be a flag.
That's really not a bad kick. Normally that's a kick that the return man would get to in return, and not have a chance to bounce out of bounds.
It
So
goes out of bounds. That was the
it's as
flag.
good as Carson Essett has been this entire season. Just needs to shake that one off and then just come back and have another great kick.
That'll be at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Boardman under center. Boardman throwing deep down the middle. Overthrows his man. That was intended for number 33, Mason Gentile.
Berman's pass intended for number 33.
And Gentile, towards the end of that route before the ball hit the ground, he did seem to get separation from the defensive back. So it's the second ball that the quarterback has thrown just a bit too far. So as a coach, one of the coaching points you want to tell him is put a little bit more air under it and let your receiver be an athlete and go make a play. Because he's not far off. So if a line drive, you have to be super accurate. So you put some more air under it, let your receiver run under it and make a play, there's a lot more room for air.
If there was a little more air under that ball, he definitely would have caught that and most likely would have gotten into the end zone.
Check the ball carrier.
Boardman hands it up the middle. Boardman stops him early. Gain of maybe a yard on that play. That was number 23, Richie Evans on the tackle.
And like you just said, Santino, like that could have been another touchdown. They would have responded right away, and that's like what we were saying earlier is with the athletes that both these sides have, they can score in one play, and you can never count a team out because things like that can happen. Like right now, in like a third and manageable, like boom, touchdown, like anything can happen.
3rd and 8 for Howland at their own 37, 8 minutes and 43 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Boardman takes it, drops back over the middle, over his man. That pass was intended for, and there's Laundry on the field.
For Woomer, incomplete. And there is a flag
Pass was intended for number 22, Matthew Woomer.
And that flag comes in near Braden Joseph and Masucci for Howland. It seemed like they were kind of going at it, so let's see what the call is.
Holding on Boardman.
Holding against the Spartans.
They're going to call Braden Joseph there for
first down.
holding the receiver Masucci. And that was a 3rd and 7 they didn't get, and now they're right back into the drive. So those are the mistakes that will hurt a team in a very close game. And Boardman's had a little bit of a history of that throughout the season here, and they really need to stop that if they want to win close games, whether tonight or even further on this season.
That penalty gives them an automatic first down, so it's 1st and 10, ball at the 47. Boardman throws to the right side. threw it behind him there. That pass was intended for
Berman's
number
pass
7,
intended for Masucci,
Luka
incomplete.
Masucci.
Looked like a fade concept there where your outside guy goes vertical, inside guy runs about a 5-yard out, but the slot receiver didn't really get his head around. Been trying to do a pick play there, so it seemed like some miscommunication by the quarterback and receiver, and second and long.
2nd and 10 ball at the 47, 8 minutes and 29 seconds left in the half. Boardman by himself in the backfield. Boardman takes it, drops back, looking, throws it over the middle. Incomplete. That pass was intended for number 29, Babbitt.
Berman's pass intended for Babinchak, incomplete.
Eric Babinchak.
Great play there by Stephen Conte breaking that up, because that was again once again right at the sticks, right at the first down marker, and that would have been another first down on another one of those over the middle crossing routes, and the Spartans really need to get that under control because it was a little bit behind the receiver where Conte could make a play, and if it wasn't, they'd be looking at another 1st and 10.
Number 82, Braden Gibson in a tight end. Gentile in motion. Drops back. Goes to the left side. Looks like a screen. Tackling down the left side of the field.
Berman's pass comes
And he is
complete
wrapped
to
up
number
at the
29,
30-yard
Eric
line.
Babinchak, and there's
And
Great play set up on the screen there. Not showing anything like that. It was really a misdirection
number
screen.
1, Anthony Hightower.
But
makes
the whole game they've been
tackle.
dropping back. The
That'll
O-line's
be a
getting
Tiger
beaten a
first
little.
down.
When the O-line does get beat a little bit, it's a lot easier to sell a screen because the point of that is to let the defensive line come up and then you throw it over their head to the running back. But Hightower's end of the play almost stripped the ball, but it just seemed like the receiver may have been on the ground before Hightower gained control of it.
ref single Howland's ball, so it'll be first and 10, ball at the 20. Seven minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the half. Boardman takes it, throws it to the right side, incomplete. Pass intended for number 22, Mason Gentile. Or Matthew Woomer.
Nick Winston there
Berman's
doing
pass is
a great
incomplete.
job getting the quarterback's face because you saw the opening on the route, hitting the quarterback and affecting the throw to create an incompletion, or else that would have been possibly a 8 to 9 yard gain.
Second and 10, ball at the 20. Boardman hands it off to Babinchak around the right side. Babinchak looking for a hole, cuts back inside, down at the 10. Looks like he picks up the first down on that play.
Number 19, Luke Hazica.
That goes back to what Santino was saying earlier, where this running back's doing a great job of setting up his blocks and using his blockers, where he'll work outside a little bit and then use his vision to get inside and get north and south to get the first down.
And also, Check is just this game. He's just such a gritty runner.
Mm-hmm.
He will take a pile and doesn't care. He will move it.
Hands out to Babinchak.
Babinchak, the ball carrier.
Gain of maybe a yard on that play.
Brought down by the interior of that Spartan defense.
I'll bring up second and goal. Ball at the 8-yard line.
And Howland doing a great job of, once again, responding to a little bit of adversity, being down, and just not letting that phase them at all. Just coming out and having a great drive. This is the second drive in a row where they've moved the ball well and had a long drive with multiple plays.
Timeout.
Looks
Tiger.
like the Tigers will call their first timeout of the half, and we will be back after the timeout.
Impact on the communities we serve by completing every project with excellence. We strive to be the top choice for design build, construction management, and general contracting services by remaining flexible and innovative while maintaining an excellent workplace culture. Since 1984, we've collaborated with many architects and engineering firms to complete a wide range of commercial and industrial projects. The team at DeSalvo Construction proudly supports the Howland schools.
Thank you to our scoreboard partners, Mercy Health, Pizza Works, Miller Young Paving, Farmers National Bank, Gall Heating and Cooling, Hamalone Towing, 717, and B&B Painting and Refinishing, and Impressions Media.
Dr. Ken and Tom Jones at Northeast Ohio Orthopedics provide cutting-edge orthopedic surgery close to home.
And we are back after the timeout. Second and goal.
Furman's pass broken up by number 5, Jaheim Johnson.
Check.
Furman's pass intended for Masucci, incomplete. Timeout Tigers.
Northeast Ohio Orthopedics
Check.
has a full range of orthopedic problems. Our board-certified surgeons keep up with the latest advances in orthopedic
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It seems there was a bit of a technical difficulty.
We are committed to excellence as legends
But we are
provide
back.
the highest quality of care possible. Through advanced arthroscopic techniques, robotics,
Well, folks, after that riveting technical difficulty, we are back in action.
And seems Howland was unsuccessful in getting into the end zone, so we'll see what they do here.
So now you're in an interesting spot here for Howland. If you kick the field goal, you're still down by 2 scores. It's still early in the game. There's still
Attention fans during these most
6 minutes
unusual
left in the
times.
second half.
I'd like to thank the many individuals and volunteers.
But
who
at the
made
same time, you want to
event
get a
possible.
touchdown to keep it into a one-score
Making
game.
these activities open to
But you see a lot of teams do that and then
Please
maybe
be
not
sure
get
to
it,
adhere to all
and you left
established
points on the
rules.
field. So
Follow any directions
interesting to
given by
see
event
what
staff
Howland will
and be
decide to do here.
respectful
I would assume they're
while
going to go
interacting
for it
with
because
those
that's
who
what
are
they've
working
seemed to do all
tonight's
game.
event.
And
By working together, we can
we'll see if it's
continue
successful.
bringing Howland football to our fans to enjoy. Thank you.
6 minutes and 18 seconds left to play in the half. 4th and goal, ball at the 8-yard line.
Come to the all-new Toyota Warren on Route 46 and see why Toyota is the #1 retail brand in the USA.
Waiting for the teams to take the field.
Does look like they're going to go for it here.
All right, 4th down. Let's see what Howland tries here. Howland showing a 2 wide set. 2 men in the backfield. Boardman. Boardman takes it, dumps it, passes it to the left side. That's Babinchak. Babinchak runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a play call there by Howland.
Touchdown.
Extremely smart goal. They knew they had 8 yards to go, but at the same time, they weren't like, oh no, we have to throw it into the end zone to score. They knew that there'd be an opening in the flat, and then they could just go out and block like they did on the screen prior to get them down here. It's the same type of play design, and Babinchak just getting north and south and getting in the end zone, and great blocking downfield by their wide receivers.
You know, all that blocking
As
just
we
caused
see
a
it on the
complete
kick.
breakdown in the Boardman defense. You know, I was
Out
looking
of
and just
Matt
saw
Wilmer's hold.
multiple Boardman defenders tripping over each other, falling down, getting blocked, and Babinchak just wide open to run straight into the end zone to get that score.
Aces out to kick the extra point, and it
And
is
the
no
kick is
good.
no
That'll
good.
bring the score to 21-13. Boardman leads with 6
Leaving
minutes
the
and
score,
12 seconds left to
Boardman
play
21,
in the
Howland
half.
13.
And
Howland
too many
to kick off.
times in football, you've seen a missed field goal like that come back to haunt a team. So hopefully that is not the case for Howland tonight, but that's definitely going to be something they're going to have to think about. If they score again, you might want to go for 2 to keep yourself in the game. Or at least have a 2-point play ready to go for maybe towards the end of the game when you need it.
Specialist at mercy.com.
But they've got it back down to a 1-score game, and they chewed up a lot of clock, and by doing so, they tired out the Boardman defense by keeping them on the field. So great job there by the Howland Tigers, and let's see if Boardman can come out and respond and not get deflated. Because going for as many times on 4th down and getting it and converting, along with scoring a touchdown on 4th and goal, that can be deflating to a team.
Team's back out on the field. Back to receive is number 4, Terrence Thomas, and number 1, Anthony Hightower, kicking away again. 12, David Boardman.
Berman to kick. Hightower and Thomas deep for the Spartans.
Boardman kicks it away, rolls along the ground, field it at about the 25. Down at the 43, that was number 9, Stephen Conti on the return there.
Good job by Stephen Conti to know
Stephen Conti
the
returns
path
the
that
kick.
the wedge for the Spartans is setting for the deep return men, and just following that through and just getting north and south and getting the ball all the way out to
Tackle made by number 45, Carter
the
Barker.
43-yard line. Great field position for the Spartans here, and they have about 6 minutes to get a good drive going. It's going to be a struggle here for Howland to finally get a stop, but I think they're in good position to do that.
1st and 10, ball at the 43. Thomas takes it, hands it off to O'Horo up the middle. O'Horo breaks through the line, going around the left side, down at just before the 20.
O'Hara, the ball carrier, picking up fine yardage. For the
Great run there
Spartans.
by O'Horo, getting north and south, making 1 or 2
Tackle
cuts,
made
and
by
just
Jordan
getting
Williams.
vertical through the hole, and splitting defenders at the second level. That's what you want to see out of a running back, and now the Spartan offense getting back on the ball quickly.
Spartan's trying to wear out the Howland defense here. Getting signals from the sideline. Spartans with a 4 wide out set, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. O'Horo in the backfield. Thomas takes it, drops back, throwing to the right side for Hightower, and he catches it in the end zone. Touchdown,
Thomas
Spartans.
pass.
Touchdown,
Hightower
Spartans. What
complete
a
for 6.
throw by Terrence Thomas to Hightower. Right over the defender into the back right corner of the end zone. he's looking like a true quarterback now into week 4, and what an arc at the position for Terrence Thomas over the course of this season.
You know, guys, I wish I could have seen that, but there's a wall covering that
Thomas, the
whole half
hold,
of the
start
field.
the
But,
kick.
you know, from what you're saying, it sounds absolutely amazing and a great play.
Boardman keeping up the trend of responding quickly in the game. And with that extra point, the score is now 27-13. Boardman leads with
Good
5
stuff,
minutes
and it's
and
good.
35 seconds to play in the second quarter.
And Howland, this is the 3rd time they're in this position tonight. Down 2 scores, need a drive to get it going, but they seem like they figured it out. They are traditionally more of a power eye or more of a running 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of offense, but they found something in the Spartan defense. I think they've probably watched film and seen the past 2 weeks the Spartans have struggled in the pass game defensively, and they've really found something in those underneath screens, swing routes to the running backs, bubbles to the outside receivers, along with crossing routes downfield, about 5 to 10 yards downfield. And this quarterback's doing a good job of finding his receivers in the
Leisure
short
and
game and getting the ball to them
Gentile
and letting them go and make a play.
You know, it's very good to have
Start the kick.
an adaptive offense like that because, like you said, they're usually more of a power eye offense. And I also remember that from when I played them also. But, you know, they're coming out in a whole bunch of different formations,
Nick
throwing a whole
Leisure
bunch of
on the
different routes,
return.
exploiting those weaknesses that the Spartans are showing on defense. So when you have an adaptive offense like that where you can run multiple types of plays, you're definitely already set in a good
Tackle made by
position
number 6, Sean O'Hurl.
to where you can get downfield quickly and you can capitalize on the other team's mistakes very effectively and just be able to run the score up, which, you know, they may be down 2 scores, but it's still manageable. You know, they still have all of the second half to be able to come back into the game with the Spartans.
That's a great point. Even going into the following weeks, team scouting them, now they have to spend even more time at practice, more and more types of offense.
Boardman throwing over down the middle, and there's a flag on the play. It looks like it might be pass
Furman's
interference
pass
on board.
intended for Masucci, incomplete, but there is a flag down.
And it seemed like Masucci tripped more than was pushed there. Almost trying to get the flag, which great job by him doing that as the ball was a little bit out of reach, but definitely frustrating there for the Spartan defense. And now you just don't want them to start breaking and going at each other. So, but I mean, a great start to the drive by Howland, as penalties have seemed to bail them out of a lot of situations tonight.
The Tigers a 1st and 10.
We'll bring up 1st and 10, ball at the 41-yard line. 5 minutes and 23 seconds left to play in the half.
Pass interference to call.
Tiger showing a 2 wideout set. Man in motion. It's Pleasure running around the left side. Cutting through, looking for gaps, and he gets knocked down right before the 50.
That looked like a nasty hit. Already wrapped up going
Leisure,
down.
the ball carrier, brought
Just
down by
getting
Blaine
clocked
Strines.
on the way down.
Yeah, Steven Contact coming behind him, pushing his momentum even further forward, and then Blaine Strides just coming over the top and laying the wood. That's one of those type of hits where the next play you kind of hope the ball doesn't come to you and you can have a play to kind of reset and think about it.
Bring up 2nd and 2, ball at the Howland 49. Boardman takes it, hands it off to Babinchak, up the middle. He gets the first down and then some.
Babinchak, the ball carrier.
4 yards past the first down marker. And they'll move the chains.
And Santino, you made a great point earlier, which is really showing this drive, the
Strines and
adaptability
Powell
by this
combined to
Howland
make the
offense.
stop.
You see a long throw downfield, then a jet sweep, and now a power eye down your throat run, which are 3 just separate styles of offense that they've merged together in the second part of the first half to get their offense having some life.
Allen, seems like there may have been a miscommunication on the snap there. Seems there was a loss on the play.
And those power eye runs are
Time to
really
check
all
the ball
about timing.
carrier.
You kind of know the ends are going to get upfield and
Number
be able to wrap
57,
around. So you have to have a
Ryan
clean
Henry
snap and get
stop.
the ball to the back and let him get north and south through the line in the A or B gaps. And so a muff snap is really going to destroy the timing of the play.
And definitely does something, to Howland's tempo. They've been going on this drive very quickly, getting a lot of big yardage, but one snap could slow that tempo down. And as I say that,
Boardman takes
Boardman,
it
the
up the
ball
middle,
carrier.
but there's a flag on the play.
There's a flag down.
See what this is on. That was 2nd and 12 on that play.
Great play call, though, because they've not run the quarterback yet. And
Number
every
9,
time
Stephen Conti
they've
making
gone
the
the 3-by-1 set they've thrown. So I like the play call, but it's unfortunately holding by the
holding
offensive
against
line,
the
which
Tigers.
that's another one of those penalties that are called drive killers, where holding's 10 whole yards, which is an entire first down. And when it's a second and, what would that be now? 12.
That'll be
or,
second and
excuse me,
20.
22. That seems like an entire world away to get a first down.
2nd down and a mile here for the Tigers. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the half. Ball at their 45.
I think Berman heard me when I said their tempo was slowing down. He took off.
Yeah, great play call by them.
Berman takes it, rolls around the right side. Tries to get it off to Babinchak on that play, drops it. Dangerous drop there, but lands harmless to the ground.
And that's another one of those misdirection screens. Virtually the same spot of the field and play call, but really a good throw. And you saw the blocking downfield was there. There was a lane for him to get through. If he wasn't going to get the first, he was going to get close. So really disappointing play there for Howland, but it was there. And once again, another great play call by this Howland offense.
Berman by himself in the backfield. This is 3rd and 21. Berman takes it, drops back, rolls around to the right, looking, tries to get it off, but it's short. That pass intended for number 22, Matthew Woomer.
And something that I was trying to pay attention to early on in this game was to see if Howland was going to get predictable, where you run first down, run second down, throw third down, which at first they were doing, and you saw the 2 drives were stopped to start off the game, but then since then they've been extremely different in all the play calls that they've called, and whether it's an empty set where you have 5 wide or you have a double tight and 3 running backs,
Gage
and
Gibson on to
they've
punt.
really been able to run a lot of different plays offensively. And if they don't have that holding,
Terrence
they may
Thomas,
be going
catches.
down and scoring right now.
Boardman
So
will set up. First and
interesting to
10,
see here
right
what
around
Boardman will
the
do with
20.
3 minutes to go. You'd have to think they're going to do everything they can to score again and try and put this game away.
Number 54, Gage Gibson on that punt. Kick away for Howland. Terrence Thomas fielded that. Looks like there was a penalty on the play, I believe.
I didn't see where the flag was thrown.
Looking for a signal from the official. Huh.
And we do have a flag down.
Seems to be a lot of yelling going on. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign.
It seems like it's on the Spartans.
It's against the Spartans.
Waiting for a signal here. Referee's trying to get everything arranged.
And it looks like Howland will retain the football. Repeat on 4th down. It must have been a 15-yard penalty of some sort, maybe a personal foul.
Couldn't quite see the signal from the official there, but looks like Howland will keep the ball.
Here now.
And now this is, look for another crossing route. This is what they do on their 4th downs. Watch number 22, Matthew Wilmer here, possibly.
4th
There
and
it is.
6, another penalty on the play.
And
Pass is
That pass was
incomplete, and
attempt
there's another
for-
flag down.
Number 7, Luka Masucci.
as we wait to hear what the penalty is, another miscommunication by the wide receiver and quarterback, and it's starting to kill them tonight.
False start on
Legal
Howland.
procedure against the Tigers. Declined.
And they will turn
First
the
down,
ball over
Spartans.
on downs.
Very
They'll set
odd
up shop
turn
at
of
their own
events.
40-yard line.
And it seemed like the punt actually would have been more beneficial in hindsight, as they've gained about 10 yards of field position. But on a 4th and 5 like that, you can't have miscommunication, and that's going to be the difference in this game, I think, on both sides of the ball, penalties and miscommunication.
We have 1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 40. Thomas with a hurl next to him. Thomas running around the left side, looking for blockers in front of him. Gets through the gap. Will he do it again? He's got 2 men to beat. Going down the sideline. Can he do it? Did he stay in bounds?
Thomas,
Touchdown. The referee
60
signaled
yards
touchdown.
to the end zone.
And
Terrence
Santino's going
Thomas.
crazy over here.
First off, great play call. They had 8 men in the box, and they went outside, which is exactly what you want to do there, or throw. And then Sean O'Horo had a pancake block along with the other wide receiver to really spur Thomas. And then Thomas to break 2 tackles and then just flat out outrun 3 defenders that all had angles on him. It
Thomas
was
to
just
hold, Assad to kick.
absolutely insane.
You okay over there, Santino?
I
And
Oh,
the
looks
kick
like
is blocked. Score remains 34-13
Seems
in
there was a
favor of the Spartans.
error on the extra point there. Score will remain 34-13. Spartans lead with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in the half.
Well, now both teams have missed a field goal, which is good for Howland because if they do make this comeback, that's one less thing to worry about is having a 2-point play. So that definitely helps them. And Boardman scoring that fast almost, it doesn't hurt them necessarily, but now Howland has a lot of clock to go down the field and score here. But what a game here, especially by the offenses on both sides. But Terrence Thomas, Santino's still here.
hold on. I need to say something real quick that I really just noticed. Do you see how hard Terrence Thomas runs? Like how hard he is slamming into the ground and just accelerating. It kind of just like I can't wrap my head around it, which is why I'm like kind of getting a headache trying to really think about it. That's why I haven't talked for 3 minutes straight.
He is definitely one of the most gifted athletes on the team. But after that play, Spartans will kick off. Fielding is number 9, Nick Pleasure. Fields it behind the 10. Gets through a gap.
Nick Leisure on the return.
He's going down the sideline. Spartans trying to stop him, and they slam him down just before the 30. Great return there by Nick Pleasure, going back all the way from the 10.
Beautiful return by Nick Leisure will set
Well,
the
what
Tigers
a
up in trying
return
shape.
and making people miss, but
What a tackle.
it seems like Richie Evans did not like that and
10 Tigers at the Spartan
straight up
33-yard line.
suplexed the return man. But great field position here for this Howland Tiger offense to hopefully capitalize on this and go down and score. But
They have plenty of time to do it. 2+ minutes on the clock before half. They definitely have all the time in the world.
1st and 10, Berman takes it, throws it to the right side. Pleasure tries to get there,
Berman's
knocked out of
pass to
bounds,
Leisure
just
complete.
past the 30, about the 27.
and it seems like Nicholas Leisure, number 9, is their go-to man for a big play. as they give it right back to him after the big kick return there.
Boardman takes it, rolls around the left side, throws it, incomplete. That was intended for number 22, Matthew Woomer.
Just in front of him.
And Hightower
Berman's
almost
pass
picking that
intended
off,
for
getting
Woomer, broken
I think
up
a
by
finger
Hightower.
on it. But Howland's really starting to move their quarterback out of the pocket on some sprint outs and working the sideline for their receivers. So another just step to that offense where, as a defense, you have a lot of areas to prepare for, kind of keeping you on your toes.
3rd and 5, ball at the 28-yard line. Showing a 4 wide out set. Boardman looking under pressure, and he is brought down. That was number 68 on the tackle, Anthony Miko.
Gotta love to see the big men get tackled.
Berman sacked by number 68, Anthony Nico.
Big defensive play there for the Spartans. That'll bring up 4th and 5, ball at the 28.
As Jake Powell comes out, seemed like the referee was telling him to leave the game, and Gary Walker comes in as a replacement defensive end.
Loss of 6 on that last play, 4th and 11, ball to 34.
I work at the Chick-fil-A.
I go to that Chick-fil-A all the time.
He came to the drive-thru.
I love
Before I
Chick-fil-A
gave him
too.
his change, he drove away. It was a month before he came back in.
Marcus.
Looks like
handed
a
me this envelope,
timeout.
And it's like $3.
And we will
I
be
kept him
back
in my
after
back
the
pocket for over a
timeout.
month.
That's crazy. I'm just like pretty stunned.
She's like, dude, you serious? What? Appreciate the $3, man.
And we found out we both play trumpet.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4th and 11. Looks like Howland's going for it here. Boardman takes it, rolling around the right side, looking for an open man, throws it, and that is was that picked? Or did he catch it?
Excuse the language.
Some frustration there by
Picked
the
off.
Howland offense.
Check that, incomplete.
And that is a big stop for the
Ball still
Spartans.
goes over on downs, first and 10 Spartans.
Going in because if Howland could have converted there and then ended up getting a touchdown, it's just a 2-score game, which they've dealt with the entirety of this first half. So the Spartans with a minute left here, you'd have to think they're gonna have a run to start the drive. If it goes well, they're gonna go down and try and score, and go in the halftime with a big lead.
Minute 6 left in the quarter. Thomas running around the left side, looking, throws down the field, open man, running down the sideline. Will he make it in the end zone? He does. That is number 3, Cam Thompson on the reception. Another touchdown for Boardman.
And that is his second receiving touchdown of the night. And
Terrence
this
Thomas
is
to Cam Thompson.
Terrence Thomas' fourth week at quarterback, and he has 3 throwing touchdowns tonight, along with a pair on his own 2 feet running.
66
What
yards.
a performance here by Terrence Thomas.
I saw it on the kick.
And a great setup on the play, though. They showed that that sweep to the outside by the quarterback that they've been doing all night, that scored on 2 of their plays, and then even tucked the ball to show it, picks it up, and then throws it deep once the corner came up to try and make a tackle. So a great play call there by the Spartans to you see a lot of teams after a turnover, or whether it's a pick, stopping a fourth down, or a fumble, to take a shot downfield, and that's exactly what Spartan did using the momentum that they had.
Carson Essed out to kick the extra point here, and penalty on that.
Another flag.
And I'd be interested to see the time of possession, because you'd have to think Howland's actually beating them in the area, which usually is not the case when they're losing by 4 touchdowns. But the Spartans are just scoring at will.
Procedure against Boardman.
And I think in the past 3 drives, they've maybe run 4 or 5 plays, and all in 6 points.
Kicking the extra point. Essed bangs off the left side, no good. And that will keep the score at 40-13. Boardman leads.
And the score remains.
And Essed has had an amazing year so far, so him missing 2 field goals tonight is definitely uncharacteristic of him. Maybe it's the colder weather playing a part, but
It is very chilly outside.
yeah. So I don't think he has anything to worry about. He's a great kicker, very green at the position as well. It's his first year playing football, but 2 missed kicks. You just gotta hope on a younger guy like that. Just the coaches call it throwing it away. Just don't think about it and just come out and try and make your next kick. But overall in the season, he's been phenomenal. So just can't let these 2 get in his head.
Tiger special team doing a good job putting pressure on him as well.
Seems like these last 2.5 minutes of the first half have gone on for 20.
56 seconds left to play in the half. Score 40-13. Boardman leads. Kicking away is number 29, Carson Essed. Back to receive is Gentile and Pleasure. Kick is up and away. Fielded by Pleasure. Touched it. Wasn't able to get a hand on it, but lands on top of it just behind the 20.
And now Howland has a little under a minute, 53 seconds left to try and do something here. You definitely don't want to have a pick going the other way and cause the Spartans to go up even more, but at the same time, every possession matters at this point. So I think they have all 3 timeouts still and about a minute to go about the length of the field. So looks like they're just going to run the ball and run the clock out, but
1st and 10, ball at their own 18. Hands it off. There's a penalty on the play. Diamondjack running left side. Picks up the first down.
The ball carrier,
See where
and
this
there is
goes.
a flag on the field. That is against the Tigers.
Looks like that penalty will be on the Tigers. Now moving back 5 yards, 1st and 15. .45 seconds left to play in the half here. 1st and 15. Howland back at their own 13-yard line. See what Howland does here. Looking like a run. Another penalty again.
Diamondjack, the ball carrier.
See who this penalty's on.
a lot of penalties here.
False start on Howland. Now moving back even further.
Really interesting to have penalties at this point in the game. Normally it's just like, let's run the ball and get into halftime. But it seems like they're pretty excited to get after the Spartan defensive line. So move them back pretty far, and still first down with only 20 seconds left.
First and 20, Howland back at their own 80. And they run it again with Babinchak. Babinchak running around the left
There's
side,
Babinchak,
trying to
ball
find a
carrier.
gap. Doesn't quite find it. And looks like a
And
flag on the
another
play.
flag
That'd
on
be
the
a personal
field.
foul.
This is the third week in a row Hightowers seem to be in some type of altercation. You don't like to see that, especially from a starter, because that can lead to some bad energy. And in a big game, you cannot have a personal foul. 15 yards is huge. So,
Personal foul against the Spartans.
and it does seem like it is on number 1 Anthony Hightower there. So we just hope that he tries to get this under control for the second half and the rest of the season.
5 seconds left to play in the half. This next play will likely be the last. First and 10.
Babinchak, though, running really hard to the very end of this first half. Now they have Matthew Womer back at running back.
Berman under center. Hands it off. Up the middle, I believe it's Woomer.
Whoa.
Hoover, the ball carrier.
Flips going on.
Wild tackle there, but that will be the last play of the half. Your
Second
score,
man by
Spartans
Conti
40,
Hightower.
Tigers 13. We
And
will be
that's the
back
end of the
after
first half.
halftime. See you then.
With the score, Boardman 40, Howland 13.